Obviously, we are going to get a lot of flack for doing this comparison because these two cars are from completely different segments. But if you have rupees 10 lakhs to spend, for sure these two popular cars will be on your radar.
So if you want a car with a lot of presence, and if you're obsessed with SUVs, you have the Tata Nexon. But if you want a car with proven mechanicals and peace of mind ownership, you have the Maruti Dzire.
But 90% of the time you'll be inside the car. So this test is all about how these cars feel from behind the wheel.
Alright then, let's take it to the road.
Something that doesn't move. Push as hard as you can.
So Abhishek, we are driving the Dzire now, and it's a brand new car, but the engine is still the same, the 1.3 litre. So has the performance changed really?
So basically Maruti have stuck with the same engine. It's the same 1.3 litre DDIS unit, putting out 74 bhp of power and 190 Nm of torque.
Yeah.
But what's changed majorly is the chassis. It's a lot lighter than before. The car weighs under a ton, and that translates into major gains when it comes to performance and mileage.
Okay. And so you're saying the car has improved a lot in terms of performance, but how does it translate on the road?
You can notice the difference immediately.
Okay.
It's much peppier to drive now. It's lighter on its foot, and the previous car's turbo lag tendency still remains. So you still have a little bit of turbo lag, but thanks to all that weight saving, it's much less pronounced now.
Right.
So in the city, you might have to change more gears, but once you hit the highways, the strong mid-range really takes over, and there's really no complaining there.
So basically overall it's a huge jump over the old car.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Oh, doesn't feel too bad for a compact sedan.
Not at all actually. In fact, the previous Dzires were not too bad at all.
Yeah.
And now again with this car and the lighter chassis, it's really good around corners.
Right.
It even if you push it hard on the corners, it never really complains, unless of course the tire grip runs out. But other than that, Maruti's tuned the suspension really well, and the handling is pretty decent.
But what about the steering, because it's an electric unit and the old car never really had that great feeling around the steering.
The steering again, it's not too bad, it's not too light, not too heavy, and it communicates really well what's going on under those wheels. So even if you're pushing it, you know where the limit is and you can really back off easily.
But it's not a sports car, right?
No, it's definitely not a sports car, but for a compact sedan, this is good stuff.
Okay, but has the good handling really affected the ride? Have they made it too stiff?
So not really. Maruti have struck a really fine balance when it comes to ride and handling. But yes, low speeds, it does tend to get a little stiff, but as the speeds go up, it tends to get better and better. So Ameya, what's powering the Nexon?
So the Nexon is powered by a larger 1.5 litre motor which makes 34 bhp more and a lot more torque than the Dzire. And as you can hear it, it is quieter too.
So how does it work on the road?
It's absolutely fine. I mean, obviously it's a lot heavier than the Dzire, so performance is quite similar. But what really works for this car is the 6-speed gearbox. Thanks to its, tightly stacked gear ratios, drivability is definitely its strength, and it's better than the Dzire. Obviously, in terms of outright performance, it is slower than the Dzire, but when it comes to drivability, it's definitely got an edge.
So basically, real-world performance is a lot better.
Yes, absolutely.
Nexon.
So you'll be really happy in the city. Even on the highway, it's got enough grunt. So I mean, this engine really works.
And I also see this knob here. What's this?
Oh yes, you also get drive modes, which you don't get in the Dzire. You get City, Eco and Sport. Obviously performance is the best in Sport, but the throttle response is a little jerky. If you're driving Aram se, then City and Eco works absolutely fine. So yeah, performance is really good in any given mode.
So all said and done, I think both the cars are pretty much on par when it comes to performance.
Yes, so the Dzire has an edge in terms of outright performance, while this car has an edge when it comes to drivability.
Great. There was quite a bit of roll there, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, obviously this car sits much higher than the Dzire, and also the soft suspension results in a lot of roll. But again, that's only when you're driving hard. When you're driving a little slowly, it's absolutely fine. It feels safe and predictable. Also the steering, it feels really good direct. But when you push hard, it feels inert, disconnected. So this car isn't really sporty, but for normal driving, it's absolutely fine.
But the ride quality is quite nice, isn't it?
Yes, where the soft suspension doesn't really help in terms of handling, in terms of ride, especially at low speeds, it gobbles up most of our road surfaces quite easily.
So I guess we can safely say that this has the better low-speed ride quality.
Yes, but the high speed, I mean, there's a lot more up and down motion as compared to the Dzire. So yeah, definitely, the Dzire has a better high speed ride than this car.
So the interiors look quite modern in the Nexon, yeah?
Yes, Tata has done a good job of like designing the dashboard, especially the floating display. It looks really nice and it's right in the field of your vision, so you don't have to take your eyes off the road to operate it. But on the downside, the touchscreen is a little laggy. So, I mean, a faster processor would have made it even better. But you also get a physical knob to control it, and once used to it, it's really easy to use.
And what about the plastic quality?
It's a big improvement over the old car, but still, once you go lower down, you still find nasty edges, especially on the door pads. So yeah, in terms of quality, it's not that great, but it's okay.
I managed to get into the back seat too, and that's not a bad place to be.
Yeah, absolutely. The back seat is really good with good space, especially the width. And the seat itself is quite comfortable, but the seat cushioning is a little too soft, and a firmer cushioning would have made it even more comfortable.
I guess that sums up the Nexon.
Yes.
You want to go check out the Dzire now?
Yes, absolutely.
Alright, let's do that.
So Abhishek, after the Nexon, what do you feel about the Dzire's interiors?
Well, the first thing that's apparent is how much more roomier this cabin feels, and that's because it's got so much of beige.
Correct.
And while that's a good thing, where it makes it feel more airy, the bad thing is it attracts a lot of stains, as you can see on the door pads. So other than that, this is a very well designed dashboard. You get this nice big screen in the center, and compared to the Nexon, this works a lot smoother. It's a lot more fluid, and it's got all kinds of connectivity. It's got Apple CarPlay, it's got Android connectivity,
Just like
the
Nexon,
Nexon.
yeah.
Yes.
But the touchscreen is better.
The
yes.
touchscreen is better.
Okay.
You also get this flat bottom steering wheel and those wooden inserts, which look quite good. So overall, it's quite a well-designed dashboard, well-designed interiors.
Okay. And what about quality? It definitely looks a notch better than the.
Quality-wise, I guess they're pretty much similar, but Maruti is more consistent.
Yes.
So you won't find any of those rough edges that you found in the Nexon. So yes, maybe you can give it more points when it comes to overall consistency.
Right. Even the back seat is quite good.
Yes. So the legroom, I guess, is quite similar as we found out.
Yes.
But the Nexon takes it away when it comes to the width.
Right.
And also the Nexon gets blower controls at the back, while the Dzire only gets the vents.
Blower, yeah. Okay, so luggage space is also very important in these cars. So let's find out.
So the Dzire's got quite a decent sized boot, and you can pack in quite a bit of luggage in there. What about the Nexon?
The Nexon has a similar boot space, but what the Dzire doesn't have are folding rear seats, which makes it a lot more practical when you have a lot of luggage to carry.
I guess that's the practical choice then.
Yes.
So we've finally come to the end of a long day which we've spent comparing an SUV to a sedan. What do you think?
Well, starting with the Nexon, it's got a comfortable cabin, it's feature loaded, it looks nice, has a strong diesel engine, and the ride is really comfortable. What about the Dzire?
Well, the Dzire was already a very strong brand to contend with, and now with this new car, it makes for an extremely formidable package. You don't really look too convinced with the Nexon, do you?
I mean, yes, the Dzire feels a little more polished, especially when it comes to driving manners and interior quality. So yeah, for me, the Dzire is a slightly better car, but only just.
Well, that makes two of us. So the Dzire wins this competition, but by a very small margin. We hope you liked our unique comparo. Do let us know what you thought about it in the comment section.
If you want to watch detailed review on the Nexon, click here, and for the Dzire, here. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe to CarWale.
Enough for us to do. Let's breathe.